Alright, just testing. We're good. Alright, guys, welcome back. So, this will be part two of the series on how to actually get your project set up to work with teammates and just collaborate with team members in general in Unity. So, part one, we just set up the initial folder. This is only for the person who's making the initial Unity project that can be shared with everybody. We set the folder. Now we're going to actually get to sharing the project with everyone. Here's the thing with this. We're using a new system for sharing project with teammates. The old system no longer works anymore, so we have to use a new one. The new system is called Plastic SCM. You'll find it under Window, and you should see Plastic SCM. If it is grayed out, don't worry. I'll have a separate little side note for you on how to make sure that you can select it. But this is what we're using for collaborating with peers. Here's what you do. Go to Window, go to Plastic SCM, and just click on it. When you do that, it'll say the next step to complete setup. The first step is just log in or create a Plastic account. Second one is create a Plastic workspace for this project. Here's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna click create workspace, and when I do, mine's a little bit weird, so this pops up first. But very shortly, it should pop up that I need to actually create a workspace and a name. So hopefully that pops up. What I'm going to do to save you guys time, I'm going to pause this and then resume when everything's working properly. Do, do, do. Alright, so this is what should pop up after you click the create button. And it will say a bunch of different things. It will say, hey, do you want to choose the path that you want, centralized or distributed? It'll be centralized by default, just leave it here. For repository, you can click new. The name of the repository is going to be the name of the project, so I'll call this my new project. Server is going to be whatever server name you made. Mine is called this, I'm just going to leave it be. Workspace name is my new project, and just make sure it's saved onto your desktop, and then click OK. Then this whole thing will pop up. Honestly, we can ignore this for now. We're going to go back in here and make sure that everything's been linked up here. I'm going to make sure I select the one I just made, which is right here, and create workspace. When I create the workspace, this will appear. All this is basically, hey, we have made this workspace, and now you can actually put things into the cloud and bring things from the cloud. Think of Plastic SCM as if we are using Google Drive, right? And when we use Google Drive, we upload things to Google Drive, and we can pull things down whenever we need to. That's essentially what this is. It's just it allows us to actually collaborate with team members in a really like easy to use way. Here's what we're gonna do. The first thing we do after we've made the Plastic SCM, and then just gonna click this configure glue on thing right here. Literally all it does is it just makes a more like user-friendly version of it. Just make sure that that's started, and then I'm gonna go back into Unity like that. The very next thing I want to do is I'm going to just click all these changes that I made here. So I'm just going to click this right here. You'll see there are three tabs here. There's one tab for pending changes, one tab for incoming changes, and one tab for change sets. Whenever you're on the pending changes tab, that means that you have made a edit to your project and you want to publish it. I'm just going to click here to make sure I select all the items, and then I'll click check any changes. This allows us to actually check in the changes that we want to make. But before I do that, I'm just going to actually leave a comment here. I'll call this initial push or initial publish, whichever one you want. Check in changes. And now these changes have been uploaded to the cloud. And any other user that joins the project will see that there will be incoming changes that they can then download into Unity. That was the first part of the setup for just getting Plastic SCM working. What I'm going to do next is I'm going to actually show you guys how we can actually add team members to this project. So that'll be the next video.